Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yasodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yasodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Sodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yasodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Jaya Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada Jai Jai Gurudev Gurudev Jai Gurudev Nitai Gora Haribo Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Astutarasata Sri Srimad Divine Grace East Confounder Acharya Jagadguru Sri Bhakti Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Astutarasata Sri Srimad Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Anta Gauri Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem to Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopina Shyam Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Mathura Dham Ki Jai, Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai, Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai, Jamuna Mai Ki Jai, Ganges Mai Ki Jai, Tulasi Devi Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande. All glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glory to Shri Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padya Krishna Prisaye Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Shastri Course Krishna Prabhupada Shaitan Manasi Gaura Karana Sakti Bhakti Amen. Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Kaya Chakshurmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mano Bhishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam Bandeham Shri Gurun Shri Yuttapadakam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajiva Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabha Suti Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Panchakalpataru Vyascha Kripa Sindhuvya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Sri Isopanisad Ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Says the press is on. Yeah. That's right. It will come. Yeah. Okay, Sri Isopanisad. Alright. So we continue our reading from Sri Isopanisad. Today we begin from Mantra 6. Mantra 6. Yes. Let's chant this look together. Yastu sarvāṇi bhūtāny ātmany evānupaśyati sarva-bhūteṣu cātmānaṁ tato vijugupsate.
He who sees systematically everything in relation to the Supreme Lord, who sees all living entity as his part and parcel, and who sees the Supreme Lord within everything, never hates anything or any being.
Who is that person?
Okay.
Who is that person? A person who sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord and sees all entities as his parts and parcels. Who is that person? How do you call that person? How do you call that person? Such a person? Sadhu. Not sadhu? Yeah. So, this is the nature of a sadhu. Mantra 6 is talking about sadhu. Yeah, it's the nature of a sadhu. He sees everything in relation with Krishna. You see in chapter 6 of Bhagavad Gita, text 80. Yeah, 30, 630. Krishna is describing the same person, Mahabhagavad. Mahabhagavad, 630.
For one who sees me everywhere,
Yeah.
see everything in me, I
Yes.
never lost him.
Yeah? The same? Yes. It's the nature of a sadhu. Sarva-bhūteṣu ātmany evānupaśyati sarva-bhūteṣu cātmānaṁ na vijugupsate. It's a vision of oneness, one who sees things equally. Yes. Different categories of devotees. We'll look at that and also look at how to develop this spiritual vision. How do we develop it? So first we'll look at the different categories of devotees. Kanistha Adhikari. And the purport of Prabhupada said, here is an explanation of the Mahabhagavad, the great personality who sees everything in relation to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There are 3 stages of realizing the presence of the Supreme Lord. The Kanistha Adhikari. Then we'll look at the Madhyama Adhikari. Then we'll go to the Utttama Adhikari. So we have the 3 categories here. What is the qualification of, or the qualities of a Kanistha? What are the qualities of Kanistha? What is the quality? It's written there. Can you see? He is on the lower stage of the 3 categories. He's the lowest. So what are his qualities? Visit place of worship. All. He go to different places. He go to Durga, he go to Shiva, he go to Ganesh, he go to Saraswati, he go to Isani, he go to Mede. He goes to all. Why does he go to all of them? Why does he go to all? So they are all the same. They are all the same. Krishna, Shiva, Brahma, Indra, Ganesh, Chandra, they are all the same. He sees that the Lord is only in the temple, not other places. The Lord is not in your heart. He's only in the temple. Therefore, he has no respect for others' position. He doesn't, Prabhu, can you help me ship this table to the? No, I'm not here for you. I'm not here for you. It's Kanistha. He does not see Krishna in all. He sees Krishna only in the temple. That's only where God is. He cannot see God anywhere. It's Kanistha. He follows only routine. Papa says stereotype. You do the same thing, just as a routine. Just do the same thing. Or at best, just rituals. He doesn't know the essence. He's not concerned with that. He easily quarrels with others. Easily quarrels. And he's materialistic. The qualification, the qualities of a Kanistha. The Kanistha Adhikari, the person who is in the lowest stage of realization of the Lord, goes to one place of worship, such as temple, church, or mosque, in terms of his particular type of religious faith, and worship there in terms of the scriptural injunctions. He has no realization. Such devotees think that the Lord is there at the place of worship and nowhere else, not in their heart. So he can show respect to the Lord, but he will not show respect to anybody else, because he doesn't see the Lord in the heart. They follow the routine formulas and sometimes quarrel among themselves. Neophyte does what? Quarrel. Inexperienced devotee will quarrel and fight. An experienced advanced devotee will not fight over anything.
After 10 years, 15 years, we quarreling means still new fight?
It is, yes. See the mic. Very good question, yes.
I think it's right by your foot.
Bring it on. It's not on there. Oh, it's on for me, so it's should be on there. Mine is on. So that should be on also.
The question you asked.
Yes.
I forgot my year.
Oh, sorry.
So he was asking if after 10 years also might not working. Might not working. Oh, sorry. Main switch is off. What question did you ask?
This, I was making a statement from Prabhupada that in your fight devotee, a Kanistha Bhakta, because he doesn't see Krishna in all, he's not experienced, he's not mature, he easily quarrels with everybody. But advanced devotee do not quarrel because they have no issue with anybody. But inexperienced devotee quarrels, fight very easily. So Prabhu's question was, so even if one is 100 years in the movement and he quarrels, is he a Kanistha? That was the question. Here, it is not the years, it is the maturity. Yes. What is inside the person is what will come out. So if he's a neophyte devotee and has been for a million years, he will still exhibit that. Right? So it's a quality, not just the years that we have spent in a movement. For example, when Sukadeva Goswami spoke the Bhagavatam, Who are the people? Who were there? Who are the people? Who were the people present there? Apart from his disciples, Parikshit Maharaj, who else were there? Sukadeva Goswami, when he spoke Bhagavatam.
Demigods were
Demigods.
Sadhus from the all over the world. Sadhus from the
Who are those sadhus? Who are the sadhus? Yeah, I agree.
Suda Goswami. Suda Goswami.
Sutra Goswami was there, yes. Yes, Sutra Goswami was there because he's the disciple. Who else?
Suppose if you have microphones, please, and if they're working, it's impossible to hear if you're whistling. Very please.
Yes, Parikshit Maharaj was there, Sukadeva Goswami, Sutra Goswami, yes. Sutra Goswami was there. You didn't see Narada? You didn't see Narada there?
Narvin.
You didn't see Loshiva there? You didn't see Vyasadeva there?
Yes.
They were all there. When the Sukadeva was speaking, right? So he was senior to them in age or in knowledge? Was he senior in age or is junior to them in knowledge and in age?
Knowledge.
Yeah, he's junior to them in age, but he's senior in knowledge. Sutra Goswami, when he was speaking, Bharatwaj Maharaj was there. The Sutra Goswami, Sonaka, who was the master of ceremony, who was the spokesman, he was there. He's senior to Sutra in age and senior to him also in terms of social classification. He has 60,000 disciples who are all sages. That is Kulapani. It's a Kulapani. He was in the class when Sutra was speaking. So we have two types of seniority. One who's senior by age, one who's senior by knowledge. Senior by age or the years we spend, but by qualities. Kanistha. He has no respect for others. Because he doesn't see Krishna there. He sees Krishna only in the temple. God is in the temple only. And all the personalities he visits Shiva, Durga, Ganesh, Chandra, Indra, they are all the same God. All the same. Kanistha. Suppose you are offering obeisances you are offering obeisances to somebody. This is the qualification. Let's look at it very carefully. This is a qualification. You are offering obeisances to somebody and the person did not even see you, just walk past you as if you are not a human being. Is that Utttama Bhakta, Madhyama Bhakta or Kanistha? What of you is a guru, is a sannyasi? Suppose a sannyasi is still Kanistha? If you are offering obeisances to sannyasis, you just walk past, just go, without seeing, without...
Maharaj, I think...
Do you understand? Do you understand my question?
Yes.
You are offering to a sannyasi, and you just walk past without seeing, no response to your greeting. Just according to this statement, is it Madhyam, is it Uttam or Kanistha?
Who offered obeisance or who is accepting obeisance? Who offered obeisance?
No one who is accepting.
Who accepted?
Yes.
Whereas it may be two cases. Actually, one case is generally point of view, it is not good. Three category, Kanistha. But in the another purpose, we do not know what is, he may be qualified. Oh, I am not qualified. Everyone is paying obeisances, and I do not know.
If I am not qualified, then I should respond. I should respond.
Respond is good because by responding at the devotee is paying obeisance, he will be very happy. Oh, Maharaj is blessing me. That is, every devotee expect. But Vaishnava Kriya Murta Vigyanta na bhuje. We do not know what Vaishnava thinking.
Thank you. Thank you. For me as a Kanistha, I will see such a person as Kanistha. because that is my vision. That is my vision as a Kanistha. I will see that, oh, this person is Kanistha. What is the translation here? One who sees everything in Krishna and he sees Krishna in everything is what? Utttama Bhakta. And before you came, we are referring to Bhagavad Gita chapter 6, text 80. He said the same thing. 6:30. He says the same thing. So we are looking at the quality of Kanistha. Our activity, our behavior, how we behave. That shows who we are, not the philosophy we speak. The philosophy we speak is different, but how we behave is exactly what we are. The character is what we are, but not what people say about us. What people say about us is a different thing, but what we really are is what we demonstrate by our character. It makes sense? Right? Kanistha. They follow the routine formulas. Why following the formula is not an issue, just to follow. You see, in every religious organization, you see two classes. The external devotees and the internal devotees. They always have issues. Those who simply follow for following's sake. They don't have the essence of following that. They're just simply following. They have difficulty with those who are really who are mature, very advanced. They have issue. Not even person from outside fighting. We inside also fight ourselves because of new fighting. They follow the routine formulas and sometimes quarrel among themselves, estimating one particular type of worship better than another. These Kanistha adhikaris in the lowest stage of devotion are called materialistic devotees. We are materialistic devotees, or those just trying to transcend the material boundary to reach the spiritual plane. That's Kanistha. Is it clear? So the qualities are there. Madhyama Bhakta. Next above these Kanistha adhikaris are the Madhyama adhikaris, the devotees who are in the intermediate stage of devotional service. These Madhyama adhikaris observe 4 principles in relation to the Supreme Lord, which are as follows. 1, what is the quality?
4 things. 4 things.
Yes, what are the 4 things?
He knows that Krishna is the supreme.
You can see also there. It is also written there. You can see from there.
Lord then behaves love.
Okay, let me help you. Madhyama Bhakta, he sees whom? He sees the Lord. He sees devotees. He sees the innocent and he sees the atheist. How did he see the Lord? With love. With love. It is there. You see the Lord with? Yes. How does he behave towards devotees? How does he behave towards devotees? As friend. To innocent, show compassion. And the atheist, he avoid. He avoid. See not? Madhyama Bhakta. So, Madhyam position is better. And we should try to go to Madhyam position, because Madhyam position is safe. Kanistha is very risky. Risky. Why risky? We can easily make offense to anybody. Very easily. Because you're on the bodily platform. We will see things according to our level.
Is there a bodily platform or no? Madhyama, bodily platform?
Madhyam is not on the body platform. Madhyam, the Kanistha is fully the body. Fully on the body. So we are saying that we should try to raise our standard to Madhyam instead of remaining Kanistha. Kanistha position is dangerous, is risky, because you can make offense to anybody at any time. Anybody. We'll accept the Mohaḥ as a Kanistha, we'll accept the Kanistha as Mohaḥ on the Kanistha platform.
Do you accept?
We'll
The mic is right at your feet.
Come
I know
can I say
that's
one
the first
thing?
time you ever heard that.
Mahaprabhu.
No, without using the mic. That's the first time you ever heard it. Right? Sorry.
A Kanistha will accept another Kanistha as Utttama Bhakta.
Okay.
And will accept Utttama Bhakta as Kanistha. He can make that mistake very easily. That is very, very, it's commonly seen even among Hare Krishna devotees. Yes. Very easy. Yes. What's the question? It's common. Therefore, it is risky to be Kanistha. Let's try to raise our standard to, yes, Madhyam is safe. Then from there we can go to Uttam position.
Maharaj,
Yes.
it's generally said a person who is interested in spiritual life should accept a spiritual master who is in the stage of Uttamadhikari.
Yes.
In Upadeshamrita we got to know about very deeply. Very deeply we got to know we should accept a Uttamadhikari. Until and unless we didn't have Uttamadhikari, we should accept Madhyamadhikari as our spiritual master.
Yes.
So in this regard, a person who is interested in spiritual life is it's a stepping stone to get a shelter of Guru Ashraya. So the stage is considered to be a Kanistha. Then if this is the case, a Kanistha will accept a Kanistha as a Uttama. If this is the case, very easily it's going to happen. Then how to select a spiritual master?
Very good.
What's the criteria?
Very good. The criteria for accepting a spiritual master depends on their own nature. It depends on their own quality. What is your own position in Krishna consciousness? If you are a Kanistha, you are going to accept, like we're saying, Uttam as a Kanistha as Utttama Bhakta. Yes. Because that is our vision. That's what we're going to see. If you are wearing a blue goggle, blue, what will you see? Everything will be blue. Except you change it to white, then you see everything white. As well as you are still wearing blue, you're going to see blue. So Kanistha will see Uttam as Kanistha or Kanistha as Uttam.
Then we should not select spiritual master. Only whatever the senior says, we should accept. If he says he is a spiritual master, we should accept. Is that like that?
The qualification for us, the bona fide qualification for us to accept the spiritual master is our own sincerity. If one is sincere, then Krishna directs you. If you're not sincere, even the authority will direct you also to the quality that you have. Krishna directs if we are sincere. He will show you whom you should accept. They are going to lead you back to Godhead. Otherwise, even the Mayavadis, they have all the qualities mentioned in the scripture about pure devotee. Mayavadis, they have the qualities. Yes. Even if it takes you 1 million years to select a guru, it will be the same according to who you are. A cheating person will have a cheating guru. A cunning person, a deceitful disciple, you have a deceitful person also. Say a guru. Krishna doesn't cheat. It is we who cheat ourselves.
Regarding accepting spiritual master, generally here in our IDC course, they said that one point, one should live, a devotee should choose as his own. So suppose I have my spiritual master, he is supposed pure, I am bringing the devotees who I am preaching and bringing them to my spiritual master, which is good or bad.
We should not bring, just preach and let them
They will decide.
let them decide.
Let them decide.
Our duty is to preach.
Say about spiritual master.
To preach, present Krishna consciousness to them and explain the process. Let them decide on their own.
But we can bring them if someone is giving class.
Bring them to Krishna.
Okay.
And in the beginning, all of us are supposed to follow Prabhupada. Right at the beginning, we should take our time, follow the teaching Prabhupada is giving, do all this learning, understand exactly what it is. Then we can select whom we want to be a spiritual master.
We should leave them, let them select.
Yes. We should not force anybody on anybody.
Yes. No, it is sometimes happening, some devotees are supposed to
It is
say, "Why
not correct. It is not correct. Let them select by themselves. Yes, Pharaoh. Mike.
I would add that
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
I would add that the guest that you're cultivating is, doesn't know how to select yet unless we have taught them what is the relationship between a spiritual master and a devotee preparing for initiation. If we haven't taught them that, how are they selecting? What are they selecting on the basis of what he looks like? Or whether he sings nicely? That's what happened after Prabhupada's disappearance. Devotees would select based on material vision or material hearing. I know, because I watched it happening all the time.
Yes.
But if you can teach new devotees a deeper connection and the value of a deeper connection with the Guru, then let them select. But if they're ignorant about what is a Guru, who knows what they'll select?
Yes.
And they may end up selecting a Guru out of our movement. So we can't let that happen. We have to teach. Well, Maharaj said, bring them to Krishna, but that bringing them to Krishna means bringing them. Krishna is non-different from this absolute knowledge. So we have to impart that knowledge to every aspiring devotee. Then, after some time, they'll be able to select based on so many real spiritual criteria.
Yes, thank you.
So what is the problem, Maharaj, that I am bringing to a pure devotee? So what is the actual problem with happening the devotee who I am taking to one pure devotee, like Prabhupada, so their disciple are taking to Prabhupada. Actually, I do not know what will happen.
Prabhupada is different. It's different. If you are taken to Prabhupada, it's different. But you are
You know
taken
how
to...
rare it is that a soul like Prabhupada walks on this earth?
If one is following the footsteps as it is Prabhupada,
Someone who is sent by God to come into a universe and walk on a planet, to be a guru, to be sakshadhari, to be like not different from God himself. Do you know how rare that is? So it just so happened that such a soul was naturally. Everyone who came to ISKCON during Prabhupada's presence just didn't even think about anything else. It was because we explained who Prabhupada was. He's like an avatar from the spiritual world. So that was not a hard selection. That was as obvious as, unless you're blind.
Yes.
But that's special. He was a founder, acharya. Now we are just his followers. But acting in the role of guru or teacher has to be explained, just like you. So there could be 50 ISKCON gurus, okay. But first you explain what is the qualification of a guru who is following Prabhupada. You know that there were senior devotees who claimed they were great devotees or followers of Prabhupada. But there were certain instructions that Prabhupada gave. They chose, no, I don't like those instructions.
Yes.
Like
Many.
if Prabhupada said, the GBC body will be the ultimate managing authority. Well, I don't like that. But I like you, but I don't like that. I had a conversation like that in front of Prabhupada with two devotees he loved. They had done so much service, they had lost all their faith in GBC. This is while Prabhupada was still present. And I asked him, if Prabhupada tells you right now to follow his GBC, will you do it? And they were silent. And Prabhupada took his hand, slapped his desk. This was in Hawaii. And said, just see. Meaning, you're hypocrites. You're saying you'll follow me, but then when I give you something to follow, you won't.
Yes.
So anyway, we have to explain what is the real qualification to be a devotee of a guru, as well as what is the qualification of a guru to be a follower of Prabhupada. Then let us select.
Yes. You understand? Yes.
And if you have any doubt about any one guru, we have 49 others. I don't mean that in a bad way, but I'm just saying, you don't have to name every guru for me, but if there's a guru preaching in another part of the world that they've never seen, how are they going to select that guru? It's not so easy. So even though it seems like a material condition, well, not condition, a material factor, that if you are in a place where you'll be able to at least see or hear from your guru, that's going to be more of a connection than a guru who's in a totally different continent and you'll never see or hear from him. Although today, we are using those wondrous creations of the material scientists, and we praise them for creating internet and video, and Zoom and all these things. Now all of a sudden, you can be in contact around the world with everyone. But that's a whole different topic.
Yes, that is there. It's clear? Yes. Better to check carefully. How will you check? If we are relating with each other for some time, you will know exactly how I behave. You know my character. Among us, Kanistha or whatever, neophyte, let's say, neophytes, we are different from what we say. Most of the time, we are different from what you say. Different from what we do. And when Srila Prabhupada was present, he was the same with what he said, but what he do. That is different. So we should see that. Not only what I say, but what I do. It should also be seen. So suppose you are in, when I don't see you, I'm only hearing what you're saying. Few devotees have not physically seen. They approached me. I told him, please come and sit with me for some time and see face before you can decide whether to continue with me. That is my style. Come and be with me for some time. So you see me for a few days or some time, then you can decide. Yes, yeah, you are satisfied with what I'm saying. It is also necessary to come and see me physically. Then you can decide. That's my style. Because I want to protect the person, I want to also protect myself. So we should be together. So when you make your choice, you should be satisfied with the choice you're making. Not that, oh, if I had known. Right?
You understand what Maharaj just said? What did he just explain?
About Maharaj explaining his present.
What is that?
Accepting.
Why would Maharaj invite someone to stay with him?
He does not want that anyone should select haphazardly, just hearing from others.
What is that student going to see if he stays with Maharaj? You know what he's going to see?
See, whatever he speaks,
He's going to see that here is a soul that doesn't have a private life and a public life. His life, everything is Prabhupada and Krishna. That's what that student would see if he stayed with Maharaj. There's no private life when he goes off and does sense gratification. Or goes off, shuts the door, and just sleeps. That's what Maharaj is explaining to us. That real guru doesn't have a private life.
Yes. It should be the same. Our inside and outside should be the same. And Krishna explained in Bhagavad Gita 3:6.
Now I'll tell you one other thing.
Yes.
Guru is like the sun. Wherever you are, you could be under the sun. You could feel the sunshine.
Yes.
You could feel the light of the sun and the warmth of the sun.
Mm.
So Krishna expands his potency into the different gurus. The one who's really advanced will see Krishna's coming through these different gurus.
Mm.
Therefore, what's the difference? This guru here, this guru here. If Krishna is acting through them,
Yes.
if they are Sakshatari, and you have now found such a guru, you don't have to travel the whole world and check everyone else out.
Yes.
You've already met the guru that Krishna is like
It's passing through to get us.
acting through.
Yeah.
And live, it's like he's living for Krishna, and Krishna is manifesting himself through that guru.
It is
If
just.
I felt the guru like that, I wouldn't have to travel anywhere else.
Yes.
Here's Krishna coming through this guru. So you just that's what you have to observe.
Mm.
It will observe, judge. Is it any offense? It will judge.
Is it offensive to observe? No. It's mentioned in Shastra that both the guru and the disciple have to be qualified.
Yes. We have
Not
to
just
test
the
each other.
disciple.
Mm.
Guru also has to be qualified. The
Yes.
disciple shouldn't be
Qualified.
ignorant. The disciple should think about this and then conclude, very qualified.
Yes. A recommendation is
That's not offensive.
Bhakti Natakura. The guru should test the disciple should test the guru.
Disciples should test the
But As we want the Guru to be bona fide, disciples should be bona fide also. Then this balance. If Guru is bona fide, disciple not bona fide, nothing will work. If disciple is bona fide, Guru is not bona fide, nothing will work. Both should be bona fide. Then it will work perfectly. Not cheating. Everything will flow, like Prabhupada is saying. So the connection is there. So if you are connected here, and this person is connected with Krishna, there's no difference. So we are on the track. And we'll get it there. So we should be bona fide, should be transparent. That's why I mentioned we should be sincere. If there is sincerity there, Krishna will direct, will guide everything. What is his duty saying here? He should guide us.
Or if a disciple is not qualified, but I will accept and make him qualified, is it not good?
You make him qualified first. we gurus don't accept disciples just for building up numbers. Guru is the person who makes the devotee qualified to be disciple.
Yes. One devotee, I think few devotees were telling me, I want to take initiation to keep principles. I said no. You should keep principles to take initiation. Not that you take initiation to keep principles. It doesn't work like that. You should keep the principles to take initiation. Not that I will take principles then to take initiation to keep principles. It doesn't work like that. We're going to promise. A devotee was telling he wants to be initiated. I said, you're not keeping principles. How you want to be initiated?
You're not following any.
Yes.
Okay.
Then he said, I want to take initiation so I can have strength to keep principles. I said, no. No. That's not the process. You should keep the principles to be initiated. Otherwise, what is the difficulty is initiating anybody. What is the difficulty? You can initiate everybody. The reason why we should not do that, this person is that you have volunteered, this is what I want to do, and I'm following the process. So yes, they hope that you're going to do the best and reach the goal. This is there, it's established. That's the criteria to accept you as a disciple. You must give the principle first. Then it can be accepted. And then the journey continues from there.
I'll tell you one other thing when Prabhupada was here. The devotees did not ask to be initiated in general.
We made that principle.
They just started following the morning program, the evening program, devotional activities all during the day.
Yes.
Obviously observing the 4 regular principles, chanting 16 rounds, studying Prabhupada's book, and then the leader of that temple would observe
Yes.
as Prabhupada's representative.
Yes.
And then the leader would write to Prabhupada, recommending. The devotee didn't write directly to Prabhupada, I recommend myself.
Yes.
That was the system.
That's what we met. We made that system. You don't ask for it. It is the management who will see our activities in the temple and then, okay, you should be given initiation because of your promising activities, following the principles. That's what we met. And we try to keep to that principle. All right? So, Madhyama Bhakta, he is in the middle, so he sees differences. He sees differences. The atheists, he will avoid them. Why should he avoid atheists? We're preachers, but why should Madhyama Bhakta avoid atheists? We're preachers, and we have the right to preach to everybody. But why the Madhyama Bhaktas will avoid the atheists?
It's time waste.
Okay.
We are
Good. Time waste.
By his association will be, that means our purification will may be lost, and I do not know
Thank you. Yeah, correct. Yes, bro.
There's a big difference between an agnostic person
Mm.
and an atheist.
Yes.
Big difference. The atheists will always hate God and be envious of God.
Yes.
And they will hate devotees and become
Yes.
professional, non-stop fault finders.
Yes.
They're offenders. That's their whole profession, to be offensive.
Yes.
And we don't want to be immersed in hearing their offenses all the time. People like that you avoid. And if you ever became friends with them on Facebook and they start acting like that, you just unfriend them.
That's all. That's all.
Really.
Yes.
They're offensive. People that are always going to find fault with devotees. That
Yes.
hate and envy is in them. And they're not ready to give it up. You have to just avoid them. That's what it means to avoid atheists.
Even though Chaitanya was not an atheist, devotees were avoiding him. When he played a person for a scholar, devotees were avoiding him. Up to the point, Chaitanya one day asked his servant, Govinda, why this fellow is avoiding me? Govinda say, oh, he has some other thing to do. Chaitanya would say, no, they are devotees. They don't juggle well like I do. That is why I'm very interested in me. I go for grammar, I go for this, I go for this. But they are only for Krishna. Therefore, they don't like all these things that I do. That's why he's avoiding me. Even Chaitanya, devotees avoided him. If you're not going to talk about Krishna and you're not going to accept Krishna, so what is the basis of a relationship? We have nothing in common. And if you try to preach to them, you become an offender. 9 offense, what means what? The 9th offense. Yes.
Those are not innocent.
Innocent is different. Innocent is here.
Innocent. Someone may believe in God but not have any knowledge about God.
Yeah.
That may be innocent. Offensive innocence or whatever.
Yeah.
But atheist means they're not innocent. They know the theories about God, philosophies about God, theologies about God. They hate them all.
Prabhupada says actually there is no atheist in the world because at the time of danger he automatically calls someone.
I know that Prabhupada said that, especially about soldiers in a war. There's no atheist in the foxhole, I know that. But you have to understand, Prabhupada said the communists, they are absolute atheists. They say God is the drug of the people, the opiate of the people. They have, these are in fact, the communist regimes rounded up all the priests, and you know what they did with them? They killed them. That's what happened in Russia. And that is what happened in China. And that is what happened in Cambodia and other places. If they were religious priests, the communist governments rounded them up and slaughtered them, killed them, get rid of them. They're bad for our population. I lived through part of that time.
Yeah. Innocent will show compassion. Compassion means we preach to them Krishna consciousness. We show them the way. Because they're innocent. But Gita also is there. Chapter 4, the last verse. What is the last verse? 243, 42.
There's no God. Nothing's owned by God. It's owned by the state. Everything is owned by the state. No. And there's no God.
Yes.
There's so many parts to their philosophy that is hardcore atheist.
Yes. You see? But Krishna mentions about the faithless, the doubtful, and the innocent. The 3 people there. You've seen it?
42.
Yes.
Yes. Tasmad jnana Therefore, the doubts which have arisen in your heart out of ignorance.
Before then. Which verse is that?
4.42.
3. 3 is there? 43 is there?
43
Not there?
is the last.
42. Was the one before then? Was the verse before then? Give me. Let me show you. Let me show you. 40. 40. 440. The ignorant, the faithless, and the doubters. 3 persons. Which of them is better? Faithless, doubtful, ignorant.
Ignorance is better.
Huh?
Ignorance is better.
Why ignorance is better?
Because we can make them
Ignorant, you can. It's open. It's just that he doesn't know. He does not know. Not that this is a chronic one who he really hates God, that God does not exist. That's it is. That's different. The innocent person doesn't know. That is why we should show them compassion by teaching them Krishna consciousness. So different. All right. They see the atheists who have no faith in the Lord. Give the question. And who hate those in the devotional line. The atheists, they have no faith in God and they hate devotees. So we shouldn't waste our time with them. Avoid them. The Madhyama devotee behaves differently towards the different above mentioned 4 principles. He adores the Lord. He loves Krishna. He loves Krishna. Consider him the object of love, and he makes friendship with those who are in the devotional line. It's devotees. Make friends. He tries to awaken the dormant love of God in the heart of the innocent people. But he does not approach the atheists who deride at the very name of the Lord. Yes. Okay, now the last person is Utttama Bhakta. Utttama Bhakta. What's the qualities? What's the qualities? It's on the screen there. Eh? Read it. They are on the highest stage. They see everything in relation to the Lord. They doesn't discriminate. They try to do good to all people and they see the spiritual spark in all human entities. That's the qualities. And Prabhupada put them inside. It's coming from here. Above the Madhyama Bhakta, there is the Utttama Bhakta devotee who sees everything in relation to the Lord. See. He does not make any particular discrimination between the atheists and the theists, but sees in every one of them there is part and parcel of God. Yes, in the atheists you see Krishna is there. But he will not preach to them. You also see in the innocent that Krishna is there, he will preach to them. Right? He knows that there is no difference between a vastly learned Brahmana and a dog in the street, because both of them are of the Lord, though in different embodiment due to the different qualities of material creation. There is spiritually a dog, so we want to go and teach dog how to chant Hare Krishna. You are a spirit soul, so listen to me. Yeah, if you are if you're legitimate, you can do that. If you're seven, you can do that. Right? That was the problem with Bharat Maharaj. He cannot make a deer Krishna conscious. He wastes his time and develop attachment, then he had problem. He had problem because of that. So Prabhupada mentioned the purpose. You shouldn't waste your time. You should preach to people who can make them devotees, but you cannot preach to anyone and make anyone devotees. So why wasting time? Because unnecessarily attached, they will have problem. So Utttama Bhakta will see both. You see the spiritual in all, but you select whom we should preach to and whom we should not preach to, even though they are spiritual. So Krishna has given us intelligence. You have to use it in His service. Those who imitate an Uttam Adhikari in terms of sense of oneness or fellowship, but who behave in terms of bodily relationships are false philanthropists. False philanthropists. False. Right?
Do you think they understand what that means? What is philanthropy? Do you know what that is? That word? You don't know what it means, then how are you understanding what Maharaj just said about someone being a false philanthropist? I'm sorry, I just sensed that there was maybe not an understanding.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. Good to explain. So we are learning so we can properly understand what we're doing.
So who knows the definition of philanthropy?
Here's the mic.
Share it with your colleagues, your students, your fellow students.
My understanding of philanthropy means that it means welfare activities, right?
Okay.
So, for welfare activities.
Okay, welfare activities.
So, someone may be donating to hospitals or doing such labor where they don't gain something back, they give to others in such way.
Well, philanthropy can be limited to underprivileged groups, but it could also encompass the whole society. You're trying to uplift or provide welfare or benefit for others. That's the conception at the heart of philanthropy. So why would that ever be false? I know you must know this, so tell me why it would be false.
So this is false philanthropy because it is actual based on material things. The real philanthropy would be to give Krishna consciousness to others, which will help them through lives and ultimately can come back to God.
If philanthropy is centered around the material, false philanthropy, the bodily concept of life.
Yeah.
So I want to benefit others' bodies, while the soul is not getting a drop of nourishment. Let's nourish the body.
Right.
Let's wash the car and let the driver start.
Yes.
But we wash the car. Look how nice the car looks.
Don't put fuel in the car. Don't service the engine. Just wash the body very nicely. Right? So it is false because it will not satisfy the purpose. The soul will be starving while the body is being maintained. I probably give an example of a bird in a cage. The bird in a cage. The cage is properly cared for, but the bird is dying for want of food. Therefore, they are not actually helping any one of us, neither themselves. Therefore, they are not what they say to be. So the greatest philanthropist is who?
Devotee of Krishna.
Yes, okay, yes, do it.
He's preaching.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The greatest. See the trouble he took to give us Krishna consciousness. Was it easy? Why would he do that? Who would make Prabhupada to do that, to take the risk he took? What?
He understood the mood of Acharya, the mood of Mahaprabhu, the mood of the spiritual master is the necessary for the real Krishna what because wants. So he understood the mood of also Krishna.
Okay, very good. Prabhupada, he has God brothers who are also very, very scholarly also, who understood the story of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very carefully also. They preach very nicely, they wrote so many books also. But they didn't do what Prabhupada did. So what made Prabhupada to do this? That was my question. That's a great risk. Is he paid? Prabhupada was paid? Is it for glorification?
Yeah.
Why? What? What is it? What would make Prabhupada to do what he did? That was my question. Yes, Prabhupada.
He did it out of compassion for all the
Could you
fallen
give him
souls.
the mic, please?
Prabhupada did it out of compassion for all the fallen souls.
Compassion. The compassion. The desire to do good for the para upakara. And to do good, the real good for people, beneficial good, that which will benefit everyone. Because he loves us. He loves us. Selfless. Selfless. Yes, ma'am.
In addition to Prabhupada's love and compassion for all the fallen souls,
Yes.
he had a higher vision also.
Yes.
What does God want with all these souls? What God make all these souls? Does God want to enjoy with them? So Prabhupada took it as, this is going to please Krishna if I can bring these souls to Krishna.
Yes.
So in addition to wanting them to not suffer, he wanted Krishna to enjoy.
Yes.
So both are there in Prabhupada at the same time.
Yes. So great. So great. Therefore, the concept of universal brotherhood must be learnt from the Uttam Adhikari devotee of the Lord, and not from a foolish person who has no proper vision of the individual soul. He has no proper vision of the individual soul. Prabhupada just mentioned that. Prabhupada is seeing the whole of us as Krishna's children who are suffering necessarily. We want us back to him. In one purport, in chapter 3, Krishna is saying we should not disturb the sense gratifier with their gratification. And Prabhupada said in the purport, the devotees are more merciful than Krishna. Therefore, they are taking risk to undo these sense gratifiers. And that is the secret of attracting the Lord's mercy, taking risk on behalf of the Lord. That is chapter 3. I'll find it for you. I'll find it for you. It's in chapter 3. Yes. See as well here, already on the liberated platform, they can do it. They see the spirit soul within the material body and save him as spirit. Who cannot?
There is a śloka for this. This is paropakaraya palanti bhuksha, paropakaraya bahanti nadya, paropakaraya duhanti gabah, paropakaraya nidam sarina. That is, the whole is for others, Nothing for myself.
Who said that?
This is from Sanskrit śloka.
Where?
I'll say where it is.
It should be quoting from Prabhupada.
Maybe
Very, very important.
but it is from śloka, it is very old
I
śloka.
understand.
Yeah.
I understand what I'm saying. You should be
It is
quoting from
Indian famous
Prabhupada.
śloka actually.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Are you quoting from India, not Prabhupada?
Yeah, no, it is from Prabhupada.
I understood what you're saying, and I'm making a point. Take from Prabhupada, not from India. They're not the same. They are not the same. Prabhupada explained it in Chaitanya very nicely. It is beautiful. Yes. Who cannot plant a sense of oneness but behave on the bodily platform? False philanthropists. They cannot. Do not properly understand the soul and the super soul. They cannot. Politicians who are always after some material gain, they cannot. They cannot. So how to develop this anupaśyati observes in a systematic way. In this mantra of Sri Isopanisad, it is clearly mentioned that one should observe or see. This means one must follow the previous acharya, the perfected teacher. Anupaśyati is the exact Sanskrit word used in this connection. Anu means observe. One should not try to see things as he does with the naked eye. The naked eye cannot see anything properly due to its material defectiveness. One cannot see properly unless one has heard from a superior source. And the highest source is the Vedic wisdom spoken by the Lord himself. This fruit is coming in disciple succession from the Lord to Brahma, from Brahma to Narada, Narada to Vyasa, Vyasa to many of his disciples. At the present, there are many commentaries on the revealed scriptures, but most of them are not in the line of Srila Vyasadeva, who originally taught the Vedic wisdom. The final, most perfect and sublime work of Srila Vyasadeva is the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the correct commentary on the Vedanta Sutra. Similarly, there is the Bhagavad Gita, which is spoken by the Lord himself, and which was recorded by Vyasadeva. There is complete symmetrical agreement between the Upanishad, Vedanta, the Vedas, the Bhagavad Gita, and the Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, no one should try to reach any conclusion about the Vedas without being instructed by the members of the line of Vyasadeva. Anupaśyati. It's a perfect way to see. In other words, we should see through the eye of the acharyas. We see through the eye of acharyas. That's it, anupaśyati. To observe. Have to observe. One should not see things as one does with naked eyes. I've just read it already. One cannot see properly unless one has heard from the superior source. And the highest source is the Vedic wisdom spoken by the Lord himself. This truth is coming in disciple succession from the Lord to Brahma to the present, Prabhupada. So there is a perfect agreement between the Vedas and our acharyas and the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yes. What is the source? Vedic wisdom spoken by the Lord, coming down from oral reception. Vyasadeva compiled that knowledge, which is contained in Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. Alright? Is it clear?
That quality, it will come to that previous slide. Can you please come back to that slide? No, I don't have any. Yeah. So here, sees everything in the quality. Sees everything in the relation to the Lord, and second, next is, he does not discrimination. He tries to do good to all, sees spiritual things.
What is the question?
Does not discrimination. What is it? Does not discrimination.
Does not discriminate. You already read now. Between the atheist and the devotee, he sees, we already explained that. He sees equally. And we said that although he sees equally, we will not preach to the atheists, we preach to the innocent people. We don't preach to animals, we preach to human beings. It's because he sees the souls in all species of life. That's equality.
Atheist, he feels that atheist and devotee both are same. How discriminate or discriminate, not discriminate, that's the way.
Can you understand?
Yes, he sees equally, he sees the Paramatma. But the Utttama Bhakta who is in preaching stage, he comes to the Madhyama level and he discriminates and he preaches. He not preaches to human, he only preaches to human, he not preaches to animal. Utttama Bhakta is preaching, he comes down to the Madhyama Bhakta stage and then he preaches. He discriminates.
What is the discrimination?
Bhakta, Abhakta, who is favorable for devotion. That's why innocent people are the best candidate to preach. You can easily sow the seed of bhakti in their heart.
What particular thing discrimination?
I don't know what is.
Actually, he sees that everyone is devotee. I am only unqualified. Everyone is qualified. Everyone is the devotee of Krishna. I am non-devotee. So he sees everyone is devotee. So that's why he does not preach. Because he sees everyone is devotee. And I am the unqualified. This is the Utttama Bhakta. So, but to preach, he comes to the second stage and he preach and discriminate. He is atheist, he is offender and against God. So innocent people, he will come immediately to Krishna consciousness. They are hankering, they are waiting. So he should go to help the innocent people and come. So that means for preaching, one has to come into the second stage.
He is coming to second stage, but where is the discrimination? What he is doing?
Discrimination, that is not discrimination. But he sees everyone is devotee. He is not discrimination. Suppose he is atheist, he is a devotee. But he sees everyone is, both are same in his eyes.
Both are same.
This is Utttama Bhakta platform.
Who is not devotee also he feels he is also
Devotee.
Is it correct?
What do you think?
That's what I think. How he who is not devotee, also
I want to move to the next mantra 7. I want to move to the next mantra 7.
But don't be sentimental. That's a problem if we just, everyone's the same. And have some sentimental concept, flowery concept. If he's a devotee and he's an atheist, and you see them the same, but do you know what else you see? That atheist is going back into the body of a tree, and it will take millions of births before that atheist gets a next human body. He also sees that. So don't be sentimental. You see everything. not just one place.
Mantra 7. Okay, let's chant the mantra together. Yasmin sarva-bhūteṣu bhūtāny ātmaivābhūd vijānataḥ tatra ko mohaḥ śoka ekatvam anupaśyataḥ. Translation.
One who always
Use the mic.
One who always see all living entities as spiritual sparks, in quality one with the Lord, becomes a true knower of things. What then can be illusion or anxiety for him?
So, mantra 7, what is he teaching us?
The vision of oneness.
The vision of
Oneness.
oneness. Ekatvam. 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 Ekatvam means
Seeing everything as Krishna.
alright. What else?
Altruist. The word altruist. There is a word altruist in English. Altruist
That is oneness.
one. You sing God in all, but everywhere.
Very good. Thank you. Yes.
What Krishna's desire, everyone's our desire, that is oneness. What Krishna says.
Okay. One interest.
Krishna's interest is
What Krishna is feel, that's what we feel. Very good. Good. Yes. What else? Oneness. We all become Krishna. Become one with Krishna. We all now Krishnas. Is it not?
Krishna is there is
We are all Krishnas. Now we have become one with Krishna. So we are all Krishnas.
no.
Quality only. Not really. We are
Like a
did this mistake.
like
All of you are Narayan. Ekatvam. See, Upanishads, Ekatvam. We are all Narayan. That's what he say. But that is not the meaning of ekatvam. This is the higher stage of consciousness. We have looked at mantra 6, right? Seeing equally. Now we are moving higher. Higher. Not that we have merged or will ever merge with Krishna. We will remain individual. But our interest and Krishna's interest is one. That is ekatvam. Krishna's interest, our interest is one. Both in action and in speech. Both. Action and speech. Not just speech, but also action. Yes? In thought also. That's ekatvam. Say, Mayavadi, they take this word. Yes. Ekatvam. We're not the same. That is wrong understanding. Mantra 7 continues describing the oneness of vision. The oneness of vision, not oneness in merging. Oneness in vision. Vision. Our interest and Krishna's interest is the same. Yes. That's ekatvam. An exalted pure devotee of the Lord. That was introduced in mantra 6. Talking about mantra 6, the person will describe mantra 6. 7 is talking about the person in mantra 6. What? Spiritual oneness. Who can see this oneness? Who can see this oneness? All of us? Everyone?
no.
Who can see this oneness?
Only Madhyama.
Only
Madhyama
and Automatically. They can see. Kanistha cannot see. Because Kanistha means what? His interest is different what Krishna's interest. That's Kanistha. Kanistha cannot see what Madhyama and Utttama sees now. He doesn't see Krishna as you see.
Thought process is different. Kanistha's thought process and
Is different.
Madhyama and Utttama is different.
Yes, different. Right? What is that? What is it? Qualitatively, one. One in interest. We have already said this many times now. We are one in interest. An example is, proper give example. The living entities are qualitatively one with the Supreme Lord, as the sparks of the fire are qualitatively one with the nature of the fire. But sparks are not fire as far as quantity is concerned. Is it not true?
Yes.
Perfect? Yes. Also, second example Prabhupada gave is what? The second example. A drop. Very good. It is there. Drop of water and the water in the ocean. What doesn't have the same quality? Light is off. Okay. Okay.
We don't blame.
I'm seeing. You can see what I'm seeing. What to do? You can see. Yeah, thank you.
Inverter only bulb. And this is.
It's working. What's the paper? It's working. Oh, what the? It's working.
Yeah, it's good. Yes.
Now we just have to hear more intensively. All right, back to see.
Yes, it's back now. We are qualitatively one with the Lord, right? We are one with the Lord in interest. Example Prabhupada gave is what? Fire and the sparks. Drop of water and the ocean. One in interest. Prabhupada gave example of family interest and national interest, communal interest or global interest.
With the drop of water, it was not just water into water, but it was the salt content in a drop and the salt content in the whole ocean. There's a oneness to how you.
Yes. Look, Kapil described separatists in the Bhagavatam. Separatists. Separatist means our interests and Krishna's interests are different. It's separatist. Okay, time for break. We absorb, you didn't remember me that it's time for break. So you can take a break now. 10 minutes. Hare Krishna. Explain.